Welcome back. So the setup across Asia is a little mixed, pretty much like what we saw on Wall Street, where the Nasdaq was down, the other indices were up. The implied open has been suggesting that maybe we'll kind of build on to yesterday's recovery and see some, green as we go forward. There you go. Those are the regional markets, and they are in between red and green, but the implied open is more green than red right now. So what about individual stocks? As always, we have our team standing by with the CNBC-TV18 list of top stocks to watch. Guys, morning to all of you. Let's start with some of the earnings that we got from the consumer space after market hours, Mangalam. Shoppers Stop looking good. Sula, not so much?
Absolutely. So, if you look at Shoppers Stop, seasonally strong quarter, festive season. So the company reported double-digit growth in both revenue as well as the EBITDA. That's good. There was an element of higher other income, and as a result of which the net profit surged by 41%. So if you look at their revenue, there was an 11.5% growth out there. Margins at around 17.8%, telling you the EBITDA grew by 13.8%. And the other income, which surged from 3.5 crores to about 22 crores, led a big surge in the net profit as well. The good part was like-for-like growth at around 4%, volume-led growth at around 9%. Beauty was slightly weak at around 3%, but then again, Beauty for Nykaa did a lot better this quarter. And they too, like Trent, have gotten into the value fashion segment with Intune, which has now reported 63 crores of sales this quarter. However, what hasn't reported good sales this quarter is Sula Vineyards. They've come up with their third quarter update. And remember, the company has been calling out softness in demand for the last few quarters. And this quarter in particular was led lower by Maharashtra elections as well. So the net revenue was down 0.7%. Their own brands business saw a revenue growth of just 1%, whereas wine tourism saw a growth of 11.5%. Yes, elite and premium are doing well with a 6% growth, but the overall impact of a negative sales growth or sales decline is something that the street may not like. The stock opens in the red, but the key question to ask is that could there be some sort of buying at the lower levels? Largely because one, going forward, this quarter is strong when it comes to the Sula Fest, etc. The stock is already corrected about 45% from its highs, and it's near its IPO price of 357.
Okay, all right, Mangalam, thanks a lot for that. Well, let's hop across to Abhishek. He's here to tell us about IRFC and Home First Finance. Abhishek?
Well, to begin with, IRFC, they have emerged as the L1 bidder. This is for the coal block in Latehar district of Jharkhand. The estimated financing opportunity is about 3,167 crores. The project is undertaken by Patratu Vidyut Utpadan Nigam Limited, which is a joint venture between NTPC and Jharkhand Bijli Vitran Nigam Limited. It's for a captive coal source. The coal will be transported to Cheta station and then to, Patratu Vidyut Nigam's project site using the Indian Railways. Now, Home First Finance is in focus given the fact that Government Pension Fund Global has sold part stake in the company, about 0.8%, 13.4% of their total existing, stake that they have in the company. The deal size was about 76.8 crores that took place in market hours yesterday. The stake now declined to 5.4% from 6.25% that they held earlier. Back to you.
All right, Abhishek, thank you very much for that. So that is Home First Finance. Let's talk about Network18 and Hathway Cable in focus. Reported numbers. Vamakshi is here with details. Vamakshi, morning.
Well, good morning, Prashant. Network18 is in focus on the back of its numbers. Revenue saw a downtick of almost 23% year-on-year, coming in at 1,360 crores. The EBITDA, the losses have narrowed down from 171 crores to 21 crores, but the company reported a net loss of almost 1,399 crores as compared to a net loss of 102 crores. And this is mainly on account of an exceptional item of 1,426 crores, which relates to derecognition of subsidiaries on account of the scheme of arrangement. Overall, when we look at the numbers, they were subdued mainly on account of the advertising environment, because that continued to be lukewarm. Advertising volumes for the TV news industry as a whole saw a marginal uptick on a quarter-on-quarter basis, but was down nearly 11% on a year-on-year basis. So therefore, going with a red for Network18. Hathway Cable is the next one that I'm talking about, and that is because the revenue saw only a marginal uptick of 1.3%, coming in at 511 crores. Margins were flat at 16.3%. Resultantly, the EBITDA too saw only a marginal uptick of 1.3%, but the net profit was down nearly 40% on a year-on-year basis, and therefore going with the red for this counter on account of subdued set of numbers.
Okay, all right, Vamakshi, got it. Thank you very much for that. So we'll keep those stocks on the radar. Vivek is back with us this morning. Vivek, you're watching out for some more names. Tell us about them.
Good morning. Quite a few names that will be in focus today on the back of news flow. First on the list is Premier Energies. Some positive news flow. Company, along with its subsidiaries, has received multiple orders Total worth of these orders is a little over 1,460 crore. These orders have been received from two large independent power producers as well as other entities. Orders include 1,041 crores for solar modules, and the other set of orders are close to 420 crores for solar cells. Remember, at the end of November 2024, order book was a little over 5,700 crore. Welspun Corp, that's the other company in focus. The company has signed an MOU with Saudi Aramco. Now, this is at the forum and exhibition that Saudi Aramco is holding currently. They are going to go ahead and set up a 350 lakh, talking about tons per annum, greenfield LSAW pipe facility in KSA. Company says the plant will commence operations by mid-2026. The other stock in focus, Cipla, positive read-through coming in over here. The tax remand that the Income Tax Department had raised, this is for the assessment year 2015-2016 to 2022-2023. It has been revised downwards. So now the revised number stands at 559 crore versus the earlier claim of 773 crore. And lastly, ASK Automotive is in focus. The company has started or commenced commercial production at its manufacturing facility in Karnataka, primarily to cater to the demands of OEM customers in South India.
Okay, thanks for that, Vivek. Well, here's a quick recap of all the top stocks. Stocks with positive news flow include Shopper Stock, IRFC, Home First Finance, Premier Energies, Welspun Corp, Cipla, and ASK Automotive. While stocks with negative news flow include Sula, Network18, and Hathway Cable. Well, we'll slip into the short break. When you come back, we'll get into further analysis. Devin Choksi, the MD at the IRFC FinServ, joins us for some fundamental stock talk.